He can't complain about others beating a path to Beijing because that's kind of what he's trying to do, and do a great big beautiful deal. Everyone is kind of looking for other options while the United States is very unpredictable. We're all slightly apprehensive, and China is in the same boat. So it gives a weird kind of new common platform for us to talk on for once, what to make of this. So I'm sure Starmer and Mr. Xi came to very different conclusions. I think the second is that actually Britain, in resolving the embassy issue, at least partially, kind of showed goodwill, and I think China was obligated to show a bit of goodwill back.
We got a great delegation of all the best, the top businesses across the United Kingdom, and cultural, sports and arts and museums are all travelling with us. So to our Chinese colleagues, I say please take the opportunity to mix with our delegation, because that engagement is so important.
The visa deal, access-free visa for 30 days for British nationals, that's good. That brings us in line with most of Europe now. I think also the fact that there are framework agreements, there are frameworks to talk about technology, all of that is positive. It will not deal with everything today, but it gives us a bit more consistency and predictability in the months and years ahead.
No Chinese company can say, we don't care about UK. UK is not US. UK is not European Union. But in Europe, it's one of the most dynamic economies still. It's outside the EU, but it's close to the EU. It does have access to EU market. And in that sense, it is an important player. Now, UK remains a financial superpower. Now, a lot of people in 2016 said Brexit will destroy the status. London will cede its status as a global financial capital to some European cities. That has not happened. London is still London. There are some movements of wealthy individuals and asset management firms, wealth management firms, hedge funds to the Middle East. I'm now speaking to you from Dubai, but London still remains London. There is no continental European capital that can say we actually stole this global financial capital identity from London in the last 10 years. And in that sense, of course, Chinese companies are also interested. China is a major part of global economy, almost 20% of global economy. So you cannot ignore a possibility to grow your links with China. And as I said, what is different today compared to 10 years ago is China is a technological leader in many sectors. And so it's not just about getting access to Chinese market or getting Chinese investment, but also technological cooperation. And I think this is something that people still have hard time digesting, but this is the new reality, where in certain sectors, China is ahead of everybody or at par with the United States.
We're not negligible. For sure, China sees itself as a great power. And yes, there are many others going to Beijing now. There's the German Chancellor that's going to be going, the South Korean President. Mr. Trump will be meeting Xi Jinping in April, reportedly. So, we know that there's a lot of competition for China's attention. But I think for Britain, actually, what we're looking for is an answer to this question of, okay, there are two things that are really important about China today. One is it is a fifth of global GDP. Why is it such a small investor in Britain? Can we maybe improve that in non-contentious areas?
China is unlikely to seek allies in the Western sense of this world. There is no NATO, if you like, of which China is a member, no analog of NATO, no EU for China. But China is very pragmatic to identify and exploit win-win opportunities with everybody and anybody.
I don't think we need to get too worried about a world dominated by China just yet, but I think we need to worry about what a world will look like when the United States is definitely not stable and doing what it normally does, and China is not willing to step in because it doesn't want to and it leaves a void.
大家好，我是主播林家远。生活压力大，失眠、浅眠是现代人常见的烦恼。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌现在进一步推出晚安加强版，添加水染嘎巴、色氨酸、茶氨酸、香蜂草4大天然草本，选择太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌 做好日常保养，身体轻松无负担。每日克菲尔时刻美好 ，Good Feel Good， 请上快点购为健康下单，输入推荐码有额外折扣。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌基础版、晚安加强版，新包装改版，内容不变，抽取更方便，要吃就吃最好。